why do we wait? Why do we wait? We don't have to. We all have an opportunity right now. Why should it take a dark moment to consider a light moment? And why do we hear that story all the time? Someone's diagnosed with an illness, someone's involved in a car crash, and if they're lucky enough to survive, they're the ones that jump out of bed and climb a mountain, propose to a loved one, or start a company, or write a book.
It was the death of a close friend that spurred Seb Terry to ask himself the big question, how do I live a life without regret?
Has led to the 100 Things movement and impacted many lives around the world.
One thing turned into 10 to 20 to 50. Sure enough, there are about 100 things on this bit of paper. 44! Always wanted to marry a stranger.
How long were you married for?
24 hours.
Number 23 on my list
Is to deliver a baby.
The question I was asking myself, what's on your list, started to get heard and it resonated with people around the world. But this is not about a bucket list. This is about something deeper I've discovered. This is about finding your passion and through that finding purpose. This is no longer about one man and a list. This is about a community and living and being, unraveling who we are so that we can be who we are.
Hey everybody, you're back watching The Hunt. I'm with Sebastian Terry, the CEO of 100things.com. Such a fun conversation. He is fun, fearless, and phenomenal, I would say.
Take it.
So we're in, as you know, Southern California. He came down from LA via Australia. So welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, for sure. So we've been talking about just 100 Things, how that got started, in the why behind that. We just watched a clip of you. I mean, absolutely just amazing things that you've been able to do. What are you most proud of?
I mean, the whole thing, I could be very granular and say, you know, every item has been fantastic, but the truth is, I get emails quite regularly from people who write things as serious as, I was on the brink of taking my life and now I haven't, and now I have a list and I'm thriving. I wouldn't change it for the world.
What do you do with that?
I smile and just keep going.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Because that goes back to why you even created this list to begin with.
Yeah.
Because you needed to smile.
Just wanted to smile more, and we all want to feel good,
Yeah.
you know. And my belief is you can get that from every aspect of life, in and out of the workplace, and to see it grow into a thing where, you know, individuals are doing really well, and businesses are becoming more engaged, more motivated, and performing better. I just wouldn't change. I wouldn't change a thing.
It's funny how different things in life, you know, we never choose bad things to happen to us, right? You know, you went through a difficult period, you know, when you were in your mid-20s, which was the impetus to this, right? And is your book out?
Yeah, it is.
I don't have a copy of it. I'm so sorry.
If I had bought it, I imagine it would have gone there.
It would have been right here, and it's called 100.
It's called 100 Things. It's a fantastic read. Really one of the best books people are saying ever written.
People are saying
that's what they say.
Yeah.
That's not true, they haven't said that. It's a fun book though.
I'm sure it is.
Sorry,
a fun
it's not
book.
here.
Yeah. So next time, but you can find it probably in every retailer.
My website.
On your website.
SebastianTerry.com.
SebastianTerry.com. There you go. So, I mean, that is, an incredible purpose in life, just to get up every day and know that your goal is to help others find their 100 things, help teams, help organizations. How often do you speak?
I speak quite regularly. I'm actually, it's interesting. This is a truth that I don't often share.
Okay.
My whole story has been very organic, accidental. I never wanted to become a speaker. I never wanted to write a book. There was no desire to host a reality show about helping people. It's all just been wonderful. But now, 13 or so years in, I've just realized that I want to just create more impact. And I'm very lucky to have been speaking quite regularly, but I really want to take it to another level. So, you know, we've been connected through some incredible people.
Yeah.
I saw Paul Epstein here before, incredible person. You know, there's a lot of great people who we both know doing amazing things. And I think just the last 12 months, I've started to build those relationships. I attended a 3-ring circus event, as you know. Great people there running that. And so I'm doing my best to get on stages more.
Well, because I imagine you're finding that the message that you're sending is resonating so deeply with people, especially post-pandemic, I would think. Are you finding that? I imagine after you're on a stage, you are probably swarmed by people just wanting to share their story or ask you a how-to.
Yep, completely.
Am I right?
I think what I've noticed with my briefs over the past almost couple of years, really, COVID came and a lot of it was about navigating adversity.
Yeah.
And now we've come out of it, sort of. A lot of the briefs right now are about connection, coming back together, creating, crafting the future. So I would argue that goals are the vehicle for change and transformation as an individual, as an organization. So it's sort of still set in the, in that story, but the messaging is slightly tweaked along the way. I'm fortunate in that the story actually resonates to, a lot of people, and it sort of transcends industry. I think it talks about radical accountability, the power of choice, of course, goal setting, goal striving, but the power of coming together as a collective. And the whole story is it's funny and it's emotional, and I love speaking, but the messaging has just become very, very strong. But you're right, we've all gone through a lot recently, and not everyone's got through it.
No, people, have gotten, I think I've seen a couple of different scenarios. I've seen people really go either one way or another. They say, wow, I had all this time at home with my kids or my family or whatever the situation was, right? And they bought into that and thrived on that.
Yep.
And maybe you got healthier, right? Because now they're cooking at home and they're just paying attention to those kinds of things. So now they're healthier. And then you have, I think, a group of people that maybe are lonely and depressed because they don't have the community because they've been sitting at home. And then so this is such a great tool, for people, because you can say, look, I have a choice. Nobody's standing in my way.
Well, it's that radical accountability. And often, we hear those stories of someone dying, someone almost losing their life, someone being diagnosed with an illness, somebody going through a hard relationship trauma of some sort, or professionally, huge disruption in an industry, something like a global pandemic. And in those instances, we hear of people or businesses making radical change, someone climbing a mountain, writing a book, saying, I love you, proposing, learning to, learn the ukulele, or whatever it might be. And it always it interests me. What is it about those really dark moments that offer such a genuine and profound opportunity for change? And I think it's the adversity. I truly believe that adversity gifts us with perspective. It's a reminder.
Such a great way to look at it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Honestly.
I think it's true. It's a reminder. It's a ticking clock. We're not in control of it. We are in control of what we do with that time, and it's a reminder that we really are in the driving seat. We're not in the passenger seat, and we do get to dictate as individuals, as families, as friendship circles, as businesses, what's next.
No, absolutely. I mean, we can go on and on about this subject, and we only have a minute left. So what is next for you? You've done reality show, books, you're speaking. What's next?
We've just started this thing called the 100 Fund, so we give 5% of revenue from our company into helping people achieve their goals for free. We give money. It's great. But continuation of just spreading the message via stage, via books, which are in the planning process.
Okay.
I think there'll be another show at some point, but just continuing on.
And people can join your community.
Yeah.
Yep, at Insta, all the socials.
All the socials at Seb100things, SebastianTerry.com. Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun. Thanks you guys for watching. We've been with Sebastian Terry, CEO of 100 Things, 100things.com. We'll be right back. You're watching The Hunt.